Hey everybody, Todd Capone here. I have another quick tip for you. And this one comes via a couple of emails that I've received lately that have the person's calendaring app, where in the ultimate level of convenience, they're allowing me to self-select my own appointment, which sounds great, but let me take you back a step. Imagine you and a friend, you're in a town you've never been in before, you're walking on the street, you're hungry, and there's a couple of restaurants up ahead. The one on the left looks kind of empty, like you don't see anybody out in front, and when you look in the windows, you don't really see anybody. But on the other hand, there's one on the right, and you can see people out in front, and you can actually see people in the window. Which one are you drawn to? Well, subconsciously, we're drawn to the one on the right. The people proof, it creates the impression that it's in demand, and it draws us in. So let's go back to this whole idea of the calendaring apps. I receive a lot of inbound emails, and oftentimes sales reps are trying to provide this ultimate convenience. There's one I clicked on where every single time in this person's calendar from 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. was available, not only this week, but next week and the following week. Essentially, they're creating the impression that they're the restaurant on the left, that basically me accepting an appointment with them is their only opportunity to talk to anybody all day. I mean, imagine you're going to go get heart surgery, and the heart surgeon, when you call them on the phone, says, "Hey, when do you want to come in? I've got nothing going on." Don't you want the heart surgeon that's in demand? Don't you want the restaurant that's in demand? If you're in the sales profession, create the impression that you're in demand. If you're using a calendaring app, I mean, at the very least, optimize for the times that you're at your best. I know I'm really good mid-mornings, so I try to do my most important calls then. So if I were using a calendaring app, I would make those times the ones that I'm suggesting as a part of my calendaring app. But it also happens verbally. If I'm on a call with somebody, I'm suggesting specific times for the follow-up instead of saying, "Hey, how about next week? I've got nothing going on. Just pick a time, whatever works for you." Again, when we create this impression that we're trying to be convenience, what we're essentially doing is creating the impression that we're the restaurant on the left, that nobody wants to go to. Draw people in. Create the impression that you're in demand by specifically selecting times and suggesting those. Because when you do, what's the worst that can happen? They may say, "Oh, you know what? Those times don't work for me." Well, now you've shifted the conversation from whether or not you're going to meet to when you're going to meet. And now you can get specific. So that's not just a prospecting tip. It goes through the whole selling cycle, that creating the impression that you're in demand subconsciously draws people in. So give it a try. Hope it helps, and I'd love to hear how it works out for you. Thanks.